Hey, what's going on, folks? Anthony Armstrong here. In this video, we're going to break down what to expect and what to budget for when you're looking at closing costs. Now, that's something that a lot of people don't even think about. They think about down payment, they think about what their mortgage payment will be, but they forget, oh, I got to get closing costs as well. So let's take a look at this article and we'll see exactly what that is. So what to budget for closing costs when you're buying a house. This is from Housing Wire. It's a good little website. They have a lot of tips and tricks for you on there. But first things first, what are closing costs? The closing costs are thousands of dollars that are associated with buying a home. So they vary state by state. So I'm going to give you the things that I have from the state of Texas, just from my experience. All right. So on average, your closing costs are going to equal about 1 to 4% of your home's value. One of my top lenders down here, we usually go with the 1% rule. Okay. So $300,000 home, you're thinking $3,000 in closing costs, right? What is it going to be made of? And I'll link this in the description. So number one, loan origination fee. That's what the loan originators, that's what lenders are going to charge you whenever they start to set up the loan, right? It has a range between 0.5 to 1% of the loan amount. You have application fees, mortgage broker fees, and loan fees, all right? So that one is a fee, like a loan fee is something, if your loan is insured by the FHA, Federal Housing Administration, you can get loan fee charges up front with a premium of 1.75%. Now these top four, those are the ones that you really want to talk with your lender about and shop around for, okay? Obviously, if you're doing an FHA loan, that fee is going to be there regardless of what lender you go to. But when you're looking at loan origination fees, application fees, things of that nature, they vary from lender to lender, and you want to make sure you see what you're getting. No fees may mean a slightly higher interest rate, but if you compare it apples to apples, you may be saving more money if you go that route, and vice versa. You just have to see what works best for you. Scrolling down, property taxes. Closing costs include property taxes. They're fee paid to the county treasurer's office that set up for funds for the schools, roads, fires, police department. And so those property taxes, you're going to get, let's see, these costs vary depending on your state, but can range between $500,000 to $800,000. All right, so that's a wide range. But let me break it down for you. So here in the state of Texas, when you have your property taxes that you're paying, the seller is going to pay for the home up until they lived in the house, right? Well, up until they moved out. So whatever your closing date is, that's going to be the date that possession changes hands, in according to the state, and they're going to end up charging the seller for that. They're going to give you a credit. It's going to be on the documents. They're going to make sure all the money gets situated, and they're going to end up putting it into an escrow account for you that your lender is going to require if you get financing, right? So yes, those property taxes are going to be there. If you close on the first of the month or on the first of the year, let's say you close January 5th, that seller's only going to pay 5 days of property taxes. You will then escrow your payments for the remainder of the year. You'll escrow those along with number 6, these homeowners insurance. It says some lenders require homeowners insurance. I've seen every lender require it, especially if you're getting it financed, okay? So essentially, if you think about it, you're going to get a loan for this house. They're going to make sure you have insurance on it in case something happens. And depending on what policy you choose and you shop for it, you can find anything between, this is $1,800 and they got to move that comma. So I'm going to assume this is supposed to be $12,000. It's not like they're buying it in some other currency. So those are the two things that are going to be on there as well. These final two, title search fee and title insurance. So your title search fee, that just going to vary from company to company between $75 and $100. But then title insurance in the state of Texas, it's all going to be based on sales price. So $300,000 is going to be the same title insurance cost at whatever title company you choose to close at. The biggest thing for me when choosing a title company is that you want to make sure that they are going to get the job done, that they can communicate well, and at the end of the day, everybody's going to be happy. But these are the things. All right, so these are the things that you need to budget for and get ready for in those closing costs. So a couple little quick tips for you. Just think about 1% of the value of your home. Add a couple $100 for an option fee, and then whatever your down payment is, that's the amount of cash that you want to have ready to roll at the beginning, at the outset, whenever you are getting to go and buy yourself a house. But let's talk real quickly. I want to give you a quick nugget about down payment assistance programs, DPA programs. Make sure you shop around for those. Different lenders are able to offer them. You can apply them towards closing costs. You can apply them towards down payment, period, right? So they vary by city, they vary by state, they vary from lender to lender. Not every lender is qualified to offer down payment assistance programs. So make sure you look into those, find a good program for you, and I will see you at the closing table.